Just walking around Salt Lake City this morning, get my steps in on this reset. I coming here across Temple Square. They say some of the locals said that the church is actually under construction, the temple, and when it's finished, they're actually going to let the public in, which is pretty cool. I guess one of the craziest stories I have in my own relation is that, other than maybe going to school with some kids along, my friend Chris McIntyre, he was a truck driver, and unfortunately he passed away about a decade ago in a scuba accident. You talk about a guy who had done a complete 180-degree flop in his life. Just was kind of a lost, kind of confused about a whole lot of things, and he got into this church here, Latter-day Saints, and I've never seen a transformation in somebody's character like that before. Never witnessed it. But this building right here is pretty cool in itself. If you ever watched public television, they have that Christmas concert from the Tabernacle. That's where it's at. So all the way back in Kentucky, they show it every Christmas, and it's pretty neat. I'm just gonna step inside here. It's really cool. It's really neat. But yeah, I mean, truckers stay in the cab too much. 21 years of doing this, I don't sit around too much. Make my choices. I've got my habits. I've got my faults like everybody else. That's life. I mean, you know, we're all going to end up the same place, so I choose to get out and live it. I think more people should do it. They'd be happier. You know, and obviously you can go out and do what you want, but you're out for weeks or months at a time, or let's say you're a guy that doesn't even have a home. You have a P.O. box somewhere, and there's some relative, you have them get your mail. You know, this it's got a lot better, I think, for truckers. You don't have to try so hard to get away from the cab. You can just get out and go do things a lot easier, a lot cheaper. I remember the first time I took a taxi to, I was out in the City of Commerce and had a long weekend, went to Koreatown. I want to say it was like $60 to go 10 miles. It's just got cheaper and cheaper. That's kind of the economy. Everything gets cheaper and cheaper as time goes. You know? Don't get on this tram. They have what appears to be great local transportation. I'm going to try to do a loop. Had a good night last night. Little music, little Steelers action there. Last game, maybe the last game for Aaron Rodgers. You just never know. But at this age, it's kind of a funny age, right? Midlife. You feel like you want to quit sometimes. Well, you don't really feel like you want to quit, but you feel like you've been working pretty hard. Maybe you should slow down, and then you just, you know, you get that slow down, and then you sit there, at least in my case, come back and I'm like, no, I want to do more. It's pretty cool there. It's the way whatever's up there is shining on the building. I just thought that was neat. Not even sure they're going to get anything, at least for the next few weeks anyway. Keep on walking. I had seen this earlier. I'm glad I got this side of the street. I just thought this was a really cool piece of art here at the intersection. There's a lot here. Well, what it says here. You are here. I think we could all say this every day. We're here every day. You don't know what you're doing. You got to make decisions and choices, and you're always wondering, Is it the best one? Is it the right one? Is it the wrong one? But you can't sit there and stay paused up and not make decisions. Keep on moving. Really hazy back there, but there's where we're going tomorrow. Be up over Harley Summit. And look, here is a truck downtown. Not a lot of that. I've actually never had a truck though in this town. I am like 100% certain. I had a truck in, not in this one. I've not had a truck in Manhattan. Kind of thankful for that. I had an opportunity. I was going to take a piece of art, maybe, I think it was, or something. It was a long time ago. And I was going to the Sotheby's auction house, which I think is kind of midtownish. But last moment they decided to have it delivered over into the Queens, which was trying enough. A lot of it's amazing. I'll be honest, the level of experience I was at with like less than 4 years of driving experience, I'm amazed that I never hit anything. And maybe I'll come back here later. Apparently tonight is the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Utah Mammoth hockey game. Probably won't, but Old Union Pacific Station. So where we're going next. Got a tip off on some Mexican food, so walking that way. Anyway, shout out to Mario's. Right there, man. Found it. Red iguana. Been told even by my contact at Autumn, Robert. He grew up out here and said this is probably the best Mexican food in the valley. Nice town overall. Pretty safe, pretty cool, pretty transitable, walkable, plenty of ride share.
They have like a job
Okay, that was absolutely phenomenal stuff right there. So if you're in Salt Lake City, Red Iguana, it's legit. Had basically steak tips and a nice mole sauce, but waiting for an Uber. I'm going to walk the 1.5 miles back to the hotel this time. There were some sketchy areas maybe there, so anyway. Well, that pretty much concludes the evening. Good little brewery, nice little town, Salt Lake. Gonna head back to the hotel and call it a night. It's about 7 or so here. Well, foggy on the windows there. A bit better. Anyway, gonna walk back and yeah, check y'all tomorrow.